Angela Merkel is on the campaign trail in Mecklenburg-Vorpommern. This is home turf for the German Chancellor. She grew up in the northeastern German state. But wherever she goes these days, the issue is always the same: the Eurozone debt crisis.
The last thing we should do is just hand out money. We have to set conditions so that heavily indebted countries do their homework and reduce their debt.
More and more Germans believe that, in the end, they'll be the ones left to foot the bill. Merkel is fighting against a loss of faith in her policies. At the same time, she's also having to fend off attacks from within her own party. First, President Christian Wulff slammed her handling of the debt crisis.
Anyone who tries to cushion the effects of burst speculative bubbles and decades of mismanagement with money and guarantees is just passing the burden onto future generations and making their future harder.
Then, former Chancellor Helmut Kohl, the dominant figure in the CDU for 2 decades and a convinced European, indirectly criticized her in a newspaper interview, saying Germany had lost its internal compass and was no longer a reliable ally. Merkel's brief response was that every age had its own challenges. Rescuing the euro has become a policy minefield for Merkel. Several lawmakers in her party have broken ranks, insisting they will refuse to back more aid for indebted eurozone countries.
We need convergence in the Eurozone, but that doesn't relieve us parliamentarians of our duty to make informed decisions in accordance with our conscience and to make our concerns public. We wouldn't be living up to our responsibility if we were simply to wave this legislation through.
Not much of Merkel's agenda is being waved through right now. She's also under fire over Libya. The rebel victory over the Gaddafi regime was achieved with key military assistance from NATO, but without Germany, which controversially abstained on the UN Security Council resolution that led to Western intervention. Merkel's foreign minister offered no recognition of the NATO efforts. Instead, he insisted,
"We Germans made our contribution in that our sanctions policy was clearly effective."
Guido Westerwelle only revised his comments after the Chancellor and leaders of his own FDP party publicly praised NATO. Despite concern about Westerwelle's performance within the junior coalition FDP, where some see him as the main reason for the party's plunging popularity, party leaders decided to keep him in office. A tarnished foreign minister, a weak coalition partner, and rumblings of discontent within her own party, Merkel is in a perilous position as she faces possibly her greatest political battle. She has yet to secure a majority for her euro rescue package. Lawmakers are skeptical about more billion-euro bailouts, and they want more consultation.
Approving the budget is the ultimate right of a parliament. We're initially only offering guarantees, but we have to be prepared for a scenario where we might have to honor those guarantees.
It's about taxpayers' money and how to spend it, and that can't be decided in some smoke-filled European backroom or in the cabinet. It belongs in the parliament, the Bundestag.
Merkel has always managed to outmaneuver her rivals, but now she has to defend herself against criticism that she's adrift and chasing opinion polls without clear policy goals. So despite a friendly reception in her home state, back in Berlin she's got a tough fight on her hands.